Hi everybody, Happy New Year. I'm Marcie Besecker and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Thank you for joining me today. And again, Happy New Year. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Today is actually my wedding anniversary. We went to a super nice dinner last night, early to beat the crowds, and came back and just relaxed. So we had a really nice evening. Today, I got to craft and he went snowboarding with some coworkers. So he is out there waiting for me for dinner. So I said, well, I'm going to do a video and then I'll be out there. Hello, everybody. I can back up, but let's see. Melanie and Debbie, hello. How are you? Patsy, I'm guessing this, I don't know, William, who that might be, but hello. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Dawn. And Angela, welcome you guys. And William, I think you're new to my channel, so welcome. Hi Tashana, hi Carol, how are you guys? Thank you for my anniversary wishes, Debbie, I appreciate it. Hi Carolyn, hi Deborah. So I really actually had a super busy weekend crafting. So I told you guys in February I was going to do the rain or shine or playing in the rain suite, and that class I finished it. It's so cute. I can't wait for it. It's not up to sign up for yet because I don't want to overwhelm you, but I just want to give you a heads up that it is coming. But let's get through January, right? I have a bingo, a paper share, and a class, and so we'll go over those a little bit. I've got a couple of emails that came in. Hi Brenda, hi Mary, hi Stephanie, hi Linda, how are you? Hi, Christine, Barbara, Deborah, Trina. Oh, well, I am glad you chimed in. Hello, hello, how are you? So, okay, so there's a couple things I want to go over. We'll just do that really quickly. Number one, and very important, paper share is going to be ending on the 3rd. So please, if you are interested, there's a link below. It's $65. You will also get a quarter package of the host package. So that's kind of a bonus I decided to add in. And so you kind of understand how that works is all the credit for my Stampin' rewards for this party is going to go back to you guys. Okay, so instead of me ordering whatever, you know, I would normally order for myself, which is usually stuff that goes into videos and classes and bingo and stuff like that, I'm going to buy the host packages. So you guys are paying a quarter of it because it's $18 for a pack, but it's a big, thick pack. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to purchase that. Let me grab my catalog really quick. I'm going to purchase that for you. And then give that back. So you guys will get that. And it is the Dandy Designs, and it is so cute. I can't show you a picture. It has I've showed you in, you know, openings and stuff, but it's a lot of little tiny different prints that's going to go perfect with any card. So, hi Marcia, hi Terry, how are you? Hi Deborah. So it's going to be a super, super great deal. And that price includes shipping. I just want to make sure I'm missing any questions. So again, the last day to order that is the 3rd to register. So the link is below, or if you go to my blog, it's on the left-hand side where it says bingo, classes, paper share, stuff like that. But the easiest way is there's a link below. So you can go there. So that's coming up. The next thing is January bingo, which I've showed you. I've given you a list of the sets that we're going to be using for that. And that is going to be on the 18th. I believe the cutoff is the 10th. So if you could please make sure you're registered before then. That just gives me a kind of a head count so I can start prepping. So how bingo works quickly is we will join back here on the night of bingo. We will create 4 projects and I will do 4 bingos and I will give 4 $100 shopping sprees to my shop. Okay, so You would give me your order. I'll put it in. I'll tell you what the difference is. You pay me the difference. I ship it directly to you. That being said, that is your kits come after the night of bingo. What I want you to do in bingo is watch us create the cards. You'll see how I do it, my tips and tricks, any, helpful hints I have for you. And then I want you to visit and have a good time, sit back, relax, and play bingo. And then I will ship the kits out to you normally within 2 days. They're usually done ahead of time. So normally right within the next day or so after, I get those in the mail to you. And then you can come back and the video's here and you can create and enjoy doing it at your own pace when you can, whichever card you want first, all that kind of good stuff. That being said, I also have a January class coming up. It's going to be the Country Floral Lane class. It's going to be that suite. There are several different ways to join this class. One, you can purchase a suite from me, and you can not purchase that until January 5th. That is the first day the new catalog goes live, and you can purchase that then. When you purchase the suite, you still have to register and let me know. There's a place on there that says I'm going to purchase it from you. And so when I see that you do, your class will be free, but you still must register. If you already have the kit, meaning you're a demonstrator, I said already have the kit, I meant suite. And then you can still purchase the class for $35. So you may already be a demonstrator, or you may already have a demonstrator, and that's perfectly fine. You can still purchase the class. If you are on my team, please register for the class. And when you register, you obviously know you need to purchase the suite yourself through your own page. You do not have to purchase it through me. And that way you'll have everything you need for the class. And if you choose to create your own kit and you have it, but you don't even want to pay for the kit, I'll still send you the PDF and the video link, because it will be a private link, and then you can create your own kit for you, but you'll have all the PDF and measurements and all that good stuff. So hope that all made sense to you. And that again is I will do a video and record it for you. I'll send you your link and your PDF when it's up and ready. So right around the day of the class, which is the 26th, and then you can create that at your leisure also. Are you doing that country floor? Yes, I'm doing the. Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie. You were asking Melanie. Oh, I saw the M and just went with it. Oh, great. Cynthia, birthdays are always fun. So let's see. What else do I have to say? Oh, really quickly. There's a join special coming up, and I want to explain this just a little bit because I've had a lot of questions come in this week. So you can buy option 1 for $129. You're going to get $175 of product. That's $50 more than normal. Normally it's $99 for $150. This is $129 for $175 in product, and you also can get that beautiful boho blue mini machine. Option number 2 is the exact same thing, except if you want the white machine, you can get the white machine. Okay, and then option number 3 is like the old machine and the old special, the regular special for $99, but you're still going to get $175 in product. So that is a lot of product for $99. So you're going to get $175 in product, okay? Now, the questions I was asked, like, how does that work? How long will I be a demonstrator? What do I have to do? We do $300 a quarter in sales, and that keeps you active and current. If you join in January, or if you join in any quarter, that first quarter is like a free quarter. Like all those sales that you have will go towards your second quarter, which is your first official quarter. Okay, so joining in January is perfect because you have January, February, March, and all of that money will go into your next quarter. So let's say you purchase $100 in items. Now your second quarter comes along. Now this is your official quarter. April, May, and June, okay, is your official. You already have $100 in the bank, let's say, in the bank. So you only need to come up with $200 more, okay, through the end of June. July will be your grace period, okay? So we always get a grace period. So if you can't make it those 3 months, then they give you that next month. However, whatever you make in that July is going to finish up your 300, and then the rest will go towards that current quarter. So I hope that makes sense to you. The other thing is, right now, if you join in July, January, that means you are current through July. What happens in May? The new annual catalog. So if you're like, oh, I pretty much bought everything I want. I like the mini. There's some stuff I want in there for sure. And it's celebration time. You're going to be able to get that. And then the new catalog comes out in May. So you're not going to have, you're not going to run out of things to purchase. So I hope that makes sense to you. And then July, August, September is your next quarter. October, November, December is your next one. Of course, then the new mini starts coming. We're always having some fun things to purchase. So I hope that answers your questions. And of course, I would love to have you on my team. So if you have any questions, let me know about it. All right, so let me just look here. Okay, I don't see any questions, so let's get started. If you do have questions, please let me know, and then I'll double check towards the end and make sure I don't miss any. All right, so we're going to make this fun card today. So let me tell you the backstory on this card. You know, when we are able to pre-order, we only get to order so much of everything. And I needed to make a lot of these. This is going to be one of my thank you cards. So this is a spoiler. One of my thank you cards for one of the classes coming up. I always like to put a thank you card in there to give you ideas, but also to thank you for participating in my class, my bingo, my paper share, whatever. Okay. So what I like to do is, I usually make, quite a few of them to cover my classes, and I make a few extra usually because I don't know what the size of my class is going to be, but I want to kind of get ahead of the balls, and get myself going. However, when we order paper, we only get so much. And so I was like, okay, I need to come up with a card that has a little bit of several different kinds of paper. So I decided this one was out of one set, and I saw this paper and loved it. The Sweet, I'm going to say, was not my favorite, but I did end up buying it. So when I do a card with that, it's going to be my challenge, but I will do one. But I loved the paper. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of the paper left in here because I used it all because I liked it so much. But let me show you. This paper is called Delicate Desert. And this is the paper. So immediately I thought of sherbet ice cream for the ice cream set for this paper. But it just had a lot of really cool papers that could be masculine, that's just kind of a general. Look at this. I think this would go really cute with the little taco set. It just reminds me of like taco sauce or something. So I just think it would be cute to go with it. But it just has a lot of different... see, this is what I used, the polka dots, and then this little, it looks like that Arizona tapestry kind of. So I just thought this all went well together. This would be great for leaves. I mean, there's just all kinds of, there's scenes in here that you could do for like a desert scene. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. So I loved the idea of the paper. So I thought, okay, I can get a bunch of little strips out of that. And then I did one panel here, and I'll give you all the measurements. It'll be on my blog too when I post my blog. It'll be probably tomorrow. And then this little piece right here. My next thought is I wanted to use the Marigold Moments. And the Marigold Moments, marigolds, my mom loved marigolds. I remember her when I was a little girl, she just loved marigolds. We always had them in the front walkway. And so I thought, okay, I wanted to do this with this paper. So this is Pale Papaya and Calypso Coral, I believe. But this, I chose to do Pale Papaya with Poppy Parade. I thought the Poppy Parade just made it pop a little more than I've seen some others do Cajun Craze, but I was like, oh, that looks kind of dark to me. So I thought Poppy Parade just was really pretty. And then on the gold right here, I used the new, this is called Fine Shimmer. And this is the gold. This is soft succulent. And then there is a fresh freesia in here. Look how pretty that is. So it's super fine. It's super shiny. It's just beautiful. So I decided I wanted to do something like that there. So I'm going to show you how I did it, what the sizes were, and I ran out of these embellishments. So this card will not have embellishments because I have to wait till the 5th to order them. So let's just get started and I'll show you how I did it. All right, so let's do our stamping first. I'm going to bring in 2 sheets. I don't remember. Oh, I only need 1. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Pale Papaya. These are the colors that we're going to use. So we have Poppy Parade, Pale Papaya, Evening Evergreen, and Soft Succulent. Okay, and so let's do Pale Papaya first. All right, and we just did a first generation. I like to, especially with polymer, just kind of stamp it around and make sure you get a nice coverage. And I'm going to turn it sideways a little here. Oh, I didn't put a mat under me. Let me grab my mat. Hold on 1 second. All right. All right, so there is that. And then what we're going to do is go to the Poppy Parade, and it's really easy to line up. So let's do our Poppy Parade. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. All right, so again, I just kind of move it around. I'm going to turn it this way. And hold on to this block because they're kind of big, and you know how it is, they'll just drop. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to tell you I did something wrong, and I'm going to show you what. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, we're going to try. Normally, I do the dark first. So right now, I can tell you I goofed up already. And that came out okay, but let me show you how much easier it is if you do the dark first. Don't ask me why I did that because I always do the dark first. Maybe that's why I pulled 2 pieces of paper out. All right, so there we go. So now you can see the dark, and it's much easier for me to take the light and go in after the fact. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure you kind of wipe off your stamp because your red might pick up if you're going to do multiple of them. But see how much easier it is to see through this? So now I'm going to stick my head in there, and I'm going to really look at this corner and this corner here and this little piece here, and just make sure that everything is kind of together there. And then stamp it. Okay, so do you see the difference between this one looks a little crisper and neater, and this one just looks like it's a little out. It's just a little bit off. So I really like doing the dark first on something like this. Now the leaves on this one, you're going to do the light first, and you'll see why in just a second. So we'll set that one aside. Let's take my other paper. We're going to take our soft succulent first. Thank you for sharing this, Mary. I appreciate that. All right, so let's do that. Now we're not going to need this one, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because I'll show you how I did this one. So we'll just put that one there. That soft succulent, you don't have to stamp off or anything. So let me show you. This right here is, you're going to do this little one and see how the little things are there. You're going to put that underneath that one. And so that's this. And then this goes on top of here. All right, so let's get our Evening Evergreen. And this is such an easy card to do. You don't have to have your Stamparatus. You're just going to take your dark Evening Evergreen on top of your soft succulent. Now my head's not quite over it, so hopefully it's not too. Now you can't see a huge difference right there, but look at after it dries and everything, you know how it lightens up a little bit. See how this lightened up compared? I mean, it might be hard to see on screen, but you can really see it on this. All right, and then again, you're going to take this little one. Hi, Deborah, no worries. And you're going to do your little straight leaves. Hi, Connie. All right, so there's your little leaves right there. And now you're going to have this kind of tulip looking one. And that's the one that goes here. And what I did is I just made sure I kind of curved it so it goes over. You don't have to, you can go straight. I just did it that way, but you don't have to. So that's that. The next thing we're gonna do while we're stamping here is I brought in pale papaya, and I could have brought in the, petal pink, not pale papaya. I could have brought in pale papaya, but I wanted something to kind of bring in these other colors a little bit. And so I chose to bring in the pale or petal pink instead of pale papaya because there's a lot of pale papaya there. So we're going to do this one. And let me find my memento. Like I said, I will give measurements on my blog, so when I post it tomorrow. All right, so there we go. I really like the sentiments. So you have Happy Mother's Day, you have a heart of gold, and I like this nice, it's like not bold, but it's a nice large font. Thanks. I like that. It just goes really nicely, I think, with the set. So that's what I chose. Okay, so let me just cut this while we're right here. All right, and I think I want to cut the edge of this a little bit more, so I'm going to push this in with a piece of paper so I know it's even. And then hold down your plastic, and that's the same with the other trimmer, except this one now I've got it stuck in here. There we go. I probably have a little adhesive on there that needs to be cleaned off. Okay, so there's that. Now, I have to tell you, I was making these cards when I decided, you know what, I want to share this card. And in doing so, you're going to see a couple pieces already have the DSP on them because I ran out. So I said, oop, I'm going to stop now and show them. Okay, so we have our card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 and or no, excuse me, yes, 4 1/4 by, well, let me double check. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's the size of a card. And then your DSP for the top and the bottom is 3 1/4 by 4 3/16. And I'm going to double check that because I changed the measurement on that. Why is this not 3 3/16? No, 4. This one is 4. Okay. I'll show you what I was trying to figure out in a minute. When you fold your white piece up on there, that's where the difference comes in. So I'll show you. This is what's a different size. Okay, so let's put this on. And I'll show you what I did and what I changed on that. So then we're going to do 4 by 3/4. And I like to put it on the bottom because I like to have control with my hands to hold it here. And then I just slide it like right here so I can see it really well before I let go. And then I'm just going to let it go right there. And then I'll turn it around. And you really only need one tape on the top because your white panel is going to hold the other portion down, but I thought I would just show you. Once I started making a bunch of them, I was like, you know what? I think I only need to put one strip on here and keep going. All right, so there we go. So we can set that aside. You're going to take a piece of this, which is 4 by 10.5. Okay, so this folds in and then that folds this way. So this is what I already started doing when I decided, oh, I wanted to show you guys. Your panel here is going to be, let me make sure here, it's 3 5/8. This is the large one. 3 5/8 by 7 5/8, or 3 5/8 by 3 7/8 for your Poppy Parade. For your DSP, it's 3.5 by 3 3/4. And like I said, the measurements will be on my blog. Then this one is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. So this one's going to go here. I had the little fringe part pointing down. I don't know if that's right. You really can't see it. So it's not too worrisome there. But you're going to put your seal on the very edge of your right side. So I'm going to make sure it's all the way over. Now, what I did is this piece right here, when you cut, I'm going to show you on this right here. Let me just cut it for you so you can see what it does. Because there's 2 pieces when you cut this. Okay, so when you cut, here is your, of course this was longer than my paper, but when you cut it, you also get this. And it's got like little hearts. Okay, so there's your one border. And then you also get the scallop. Now, because I was saving paper, my gold fine glimmer paper that I was using, see if I can grab it, is kind of small. So what I did is I put this down. I made sure that I had paper. I'm going to do a little bit right here. Adhesive to the very edge. Okay, because this is my downwards. I cut them the right length or close. I barely went on, just enough to hold it, and we can trim that, don't worry about that. Okay, so I put it on like that, and then slightly lifted it, because that's barely hanging on, okay. Now what I did is I took adhesive, I took my glue, and then I went right along the edge. You don't want to go too much, but you want to make sure that that's not going to fall off. And then I just did a little on the inside. And you can do all adhesive, you know, after that. But I didn't put it all the way to the edge because I need to cut that off. Okay. Now I'm going to open this up and go close very close to the inside. Now see how the edge of this is on the white paper. So just make sure you have your adhesive stuck right there so that you can keep your scallop on there and it doesn't fall off, because I use such a tiny piece. All right. All right, so there's that piece. Now you're going to pull this in. And what you want to do is you want to make sure when you do your piece, see how you can see the edge. Now, this is being really picky because I am picky like this. See these little edges? You want to make sure when you put this on that, I mean, you might see them at an angle, but you really don't want to see them from up above. Okay, so this is where, and I'm sorry, I should have said, you're going to score this at 2 3/4 and 6 3/4. And I will, like I said, put this all on the blog. All right, I'm going to pull this one back like a tad. So, and I learned this once I had these all folded. So I'm going to pull this one back just a little bit. So hold it right where you want it. See how it's kind of bubbling up and it's not as much as you think. And then I'm going to take this and go like that. Okay. So now it should, see how it's covering it now, except I have a hair right here. Okay, so hold on, got a hair. Must be stuck on here. Okay, so now when you put it on there, you're not going to have that showing on the edge. So I'm feeling much better about that. I'm going to use glue because it is kind of a moving part. I just want to make sure that it doesn't fall off. Nothing worse than sending your cards out. If I ever send you guys a card and it falls off, let me know. I want to make sure that I need to add more glue or whatever. Hi Debbie, how are you? Hi Carol. All right, so we're just going to add this right here. And right there. Okay. I'm just going to hold that for a second. Through the magic of TV. Whoop. Okay, so here we go. Whoop. All right. Remember when I said we didn't need this little piece that I did? We do, and I'll show you what I did. I thought I was going to add the other flower on this card, but once I realized that this panel was smaller, I'm like, that is not going to fit. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to put our adhesive on. Anything that kind of bubbles out is where I put it. And then on this one, we're going to use our mini. Isn't it funny how some people use a whole lot of adhesive? Some people use hardly at all. And of course, I think I used the perfect amount, but that's for me because I used to use more. Okay, so right here, I don't need this part, but I'm not going to throw it away because I may use that to stick the flower, you know, on here for another project. So I have a little bucket full of these, but I'm going to use this one because I like the look of having some greenery out here too. Okay, so I just love how they made these flowers and stuff so easy. All of them, the two-tone floral, the, what's the one in the Celebration catalog, Happy something? I love them. They're just all so easy to use. All right, so we're just going to put that there. I'm going to make sure my leaves fit. I already know that's where that goes. And then we're going to take these off. All right, so this one, I like to kind of tuck things in and out, make it look kind of normal. So I'm going to put this flower back here, and yes, there's adhesive, so I got to kind of Wiggle it in there just right. I want this on top and I want that behind. Okay, see how I did it? So I put the flower up, but I want the leaf out. I put this on top of the stems, of course, and then this is just kind of slightly underneath the leaf. And now my everything is on there and adhere okay. I'm going to take our extra little leaf that we cut and I'm just going to tuck it up there so it looks like it's a, you know, bunch of greenery, and you can add more. But adding that other flower was way too big, so I didn't do that. We're going to take our sentiment. We are going to add a dimensional. And, oh, you know what? I flagged this, so put that there for now. We're just going to flag this. Okay. And we're going to cut this. So make sure you give yourself, this one I did here, I cut it, but I forgot to leave enough to flag it. So we're just going to flag it, give it just a little extra something. We're going to take our dimensional, put it there. And then I just took some glue. You know how much we need. It glues, this glue is amazing. So thank you, Inique. How are you? Happy New Year. And what I did is I just found out that where these two stems go up, that's just the perfect placement for me. And I liked that there. I'm going to pull this out. I just kind of wanted it to go over the gold and make that right there. And then my twine. This bow is nice and small and condensed, so that means I did not use my fat fingers. And we're going to use the bow maker, and I think I left 2 holes in between. So you're just going to hold your thread, 1, 2, I think I did 4, and I'm going to come around. I like to leave my thread on my spool if I'm going to make a bunch, just so I know how much I have, because you can go around and just tie it right there. And then I pull it off, and then I'll cut my ribbon. So see, I'm not wasting any. I might still trim this up, but at least I'm not wasting it guessing how much it is, because that, you can waste a lot like that. All right, then oh, you are welcome, Lisa. It's really, you know, it's so funny because some of them you're like, oh, it's going to take a lot of time. I have to say, everything so far in this catalog that I've used, it's just so easy and quick. I just love, see how nice and tight that bow is? You can spread it out and just, you know, fluff it up if you want. Just kind of do that. And then I did this. And I was trying to see, I ran out of my sequins, you guys. I'm so sad. These ones here are so pretty. Let me see where my packaging is. Hold on, I'll show you which ones they are. They're in my bucket, so let me show you. I'll show you my bucket. All right, so that's the card. Nice and simple. It's just kind of a fun fold. It won't sit up, of course, unless you do it like that. I mean, if you wanted to, you could put a stand or make it, you know, where you can open it if you want, but it's just so cute like that. I liked the fold. So this is my bucket. So this is what I was telling you. I'm going to save my little stem. This is the flower here. So the stem with the flower, so let's just say this one's cut out. It's going to go on there. Now I would put it in front because I don't want to see that white right there, right? So take your stem and just put it like that. Look how pretty that is. So you're going to glue it on just like that. But I didn't want it to, I mean, there was really no place I could put it without it hanging out. So I decided not to. I also took that green and made some really pretty of the fine soft succulent, but I didn't want to, oops, put it in the card. So these are the gems, but all I have is the large ones left because I used them all. But look how pretty those are. So you have soft succulent. They consider these gold because they're like an iridescent, but it's got like a gold on it. And then it's this one here, which, look at, I saved a piece of red paper. It's got adhesive on it already, but I don't know if this is going to come off very well. No, it doesn't. So the color is, that was a good thought, but that didn't work. That's funny. Oh, the colors are not on here. They're in the book, but I'm pretty sure that's gold, Calypso Coral, and Soft Succulent. So these are really pretty. I'm going to put those back in there. I know I just dropped another package somewhere, but anyway, so then here's my cards. Is I have gems I need on these. These are all done. This needs some polka dot paper. So these are kind of what I try to do for doing cards for people that participate in my projects and all that kind of fun stuff. I really do appreciate when you do the paper share and the classes. And, you know, a lot of people ask me, how can I help you? I'm a demonstrator. I have, you know, obviously purchased from themselves, of course. All those kinds of things help me a lot. So any paper share, okay, so I don't make money off of it. I add it up, I figure it all out, and I give you the exact price as what it's going to be. And then, but it helps my sales because it's going towards my sales. So I make money that way, of course. So it's kind of like you're a customer, but you're getting all kinds of paper. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Melissa. Thanks, Tashana. Where did you get the bow maker? Oh, okay. So the bow maker, I gave these actually to all of my team this year for part of their Christmas. It's called 10-Second Bow Maker. And that's the website, 10-Second Bow Maker. And when you get it, you get instructions. She's got videos, all kinds of stuff. And it's amazing. If you want to, you leave these pegs here. You put your next one. So you would put your next one, like you would take these out. Here I am promoting. I get nothing. That's okay. I want to show you. And then you can make your big bows. Like if you need to make Christmas bows for your tree or whatever. So it's really cool. Always put your heart into your card. Oh, thanks, Angela. I know, Deborah. You got to use it. It's great. The polka dot reminds me of the hand-drawn dots. You know what, Terry? It is. And you know what? Let me tell you how I came to those dots. Because I have a lot of this paper right here. The in color paper. And so I was going to use these dots for the card. Because I love the dots that come with that paper. But I was like, you know what? I've got a lot of this paper. But I couldn't pass up this paper. It's just so pretty. And I just loved it. But you're right. It reminds me of those what's it called? Hand-drawn dots, I think is what it's called. We were excited to get the bow maker and other gifts. Oh, you're welcome, Stephanie. So yeah, it does. But you're right. It does remind me. And I didn't even think about that. But yeah. But my thought process, like I said, was to use little pieces of paper that I could get a lot of cards done because, you know, our pre-order is just a minimal amount of packages. And so I wanted it to stretch it a long way. So if you have a lot of DSP left over and you need to use it up, this is perfect. And again, I'm going to put the measurements on my blog, so don't forget that. Use the little flower inside. You know what? That's a good idea, Deborah. That is a good idea. Except, and I thought about that, to be honest, but I decided to cut these leaves off and put them at the top. And so it would be much prettier with the leaves and then the flower instead of just the flower. I'm keeping those stems in case I want to, you know, poke them inside something later because I'm going to be using this set. It's super fun and super simple. So Melanie, January 3rd. Well, happy birthday. Thanks, Lisa. So that is it for today. If you guys have any questions at all regarding my classes, my bingo, my paper share, let me know. I'd love to answer any questions for you. Again, Happy New Year. I hope this year is going to be fantastic for everybody. Oh, Connie, well, happy birthday to you too. Lots of birthdays in January. Oh, you're welcome, Tashana. Thanks for stopping by as always. Oh, you're welcome, Deborah. Olivia's birthday's this month too, ladies, at the end of the month. The DSP was called Delicate Desert. It is number 160521. Yeah, I think I put the suite below, but I didn't add the paper number, but I will. It's so hard when you can't, the program we use to put our numbers and our, description so you could just click on the link doesn't work until the items are current and available. Yeah, there's lots of January birthdays. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year again. I'm going to go spend time with my husband because it is our wedding anniversary. So have a great evening, and I will see you on, I'm like, what day is it? I can never remember. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.